Another penalties finish sees another underdog through to the next round. This being the semifinals. Croatia has just beat Brazil on penalties after a great game. More so a great extra time, but a great game. Brazil officially knocked out of the World Cup, and we have a lot of things to say about it as always. So if you're interested, please stick around. Please subscribe, do all that. And yeah, let's just get right into it. No time to waste. Croatia defeating Brazil when not many people expected it. We did though. We expected a close game at least. So I want the credit for that.
One step closer to becoming football gurus.
Indeed.
One step closer.
Indeed. But no, I mean, I think if you watch the game, you wouldn't really expect this to happen, personally. If you look at the stats-wise, I have the stats right here pulled up. Brazil 21 to Croatia's 9 shots, 11 shots for Brazil, 1 on target for Croatia. And Croatia were able to pull through, take it to pens in a Morocco kind of fashion. It was great. What do you guys think about the game?
Oh, I have a lot of thoughts. I thought Croatia, like, they play their way, right? They know how they play. They like to keep it tight. They like to push it all the way to extra time, and sometimes even like to go penalties because they trust themselves in penalties big time. But at the same time, I was so impressed with the way they played out of pressure. Like, so impressed. There were so many times where Brazil tried a 3-man press, a 4-man press, where they started surrounding them, try to put them in like a little hole, a little corner, and win the ball. And Croatia just played out of it, and not just because Modric was there. And Modric has insane technical quality, one of the greatest midfielders of our generation. But every other player too was up for it. They were little dinks over the defender's legs. I would try to intercept, little 1-2s, quick decision making. They weren't perfect, but I thought it was just so neat, so consistent, and even at the end when Brazil scored and you thought like, oh, that's it, they still were able to keep it together. And yes, it became a little bit more like boot the ball forward and hopefully get a hit on target. But it was just I was so impressed with the way Croatia played, because usually people don't do that against Brazil. Brazil do that against you, and they completely were able to just handle the pressure. And yes, they lacked a little bit of offense throughout the game. They didn't really have a shot on target until their goal.
Right.
So, it wasn't exactly the greatest offensive showing, but I mean, what does it matter? It's a World Cup game. You play the way you play, and you come out with the win.
Exactly. I mean, props to 37-year-old Modric, bossing the midfield today, like always, against arguably one of the top 2 sides in the World Cup that everyone thought. Absolutely killing it. I mean, what more can you say about respect to him? Every World Cup, every competition he's involved in, he does fantastic. And I was carrying Croatia to another semifinal, and possibly final. Depends on the game today. Argentina, Netherlands, in an hour, which also is going to be a great game. Whoever wins that plays Croatia next. And honestly, regardless of who wins, I'm not counting Croatia out. Croatia still has a good chance. I mean, if you can beat Brazil, you can beat Netherlands and Argentina.
Absolutely.
Sorry, it's my dog. Why don't film it here?
I thought it was the tears of Neymar. He's blowing his tissue.
One second.
You're good. Like I said, though, in the end, I think Croatia has a good chance against any team they play up against.
Absolutely.
And could we see another Croatia-France final after
I
2
wouldn't
Cups
rule
in
it
a row?
out. I would not rule it out. I think. See, like, Brazil were the tournament favorites. I think everybody agreed with that. And then I don't want to say they underestimated Croatia, but I just got.
But they did. I feel like they did.
Sometimes they looked a little like, oh yeah, we're gonna go through. We're good.
Yeah, I mean, that's what Landon Donovan was saying that the whole game. Like he noticed it too, that they were just like, I don't say stagnant, but I'll say stagnant, like coasting, if you will. Like,
and to be fair, like, this is Brazil. This is what they do. They are cocky. They are confident. They do the tricks and the flicks and the fancy stuff that no one else wants to do, because that's Brazil. That's them. The samba, that's them. With that being said, do you think maybe that's partly the reason why they haven't had to? Oh, he's just left. Oh, did you?
No. I think about it.
Okay,
yeah, he's back.
I think partly maybe this is the reason maybe they haven't had much success over the past. How many World Cups has it been now that they? I mean, the last best
since
chance,
2002, right? I think
since 2002, and the last best chance was the 7-1 humiliation against Germany. Like, do you think maybe, like, I don't know, there's need a bit of that grit, that grind, that kind of take it seriously that they seem to lack when they lost against Belgium.
Too much of a sense of complacency.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they're just too cocky. I mean, I'll be honest. The Tite getting in the little pigeon dance against South Korea. If I'm South Korea manager, I'm a little like, yo, it's what is it, 2-0?
Yeah.
Like, come on, chill.
Yeah.
I know in the 4-1, but still, like, I don't know. It was a little.
They rode that hype. Like we can say they knew their own hype going into the World Cup, and the hype that they rightfully deserved to have. I mean, we saw their group stage and game against South Korea. The performances were great. Like we truly thought they were going to go to the final. And I think they play any other team besides Croatia, and maybe they do. Like if they played Argentina right now, if they played Netherlands right now, maybe they beat them because they don't underestimate them. But they definitely rode that hype, and they definitely, especially after the South Korea game where they were just having a field day. They were having fun. They're having fun. They haven't had to deal with the adversity yet. The most would be the Switzerland game, right? They held them to. Wasn't it a draw or right? Was it a draw? I think.
Croatia.
No, Switzerland. Switzerland versus Brazil.
It was a 1-0 win, I think.
Okay, only what it means only a 1-0 win, and they lost to Cameroon too. And even holding yourself to one win against Switzerland, losing to Cameroon, you'd think there'd be a sense of urgency, a sense of we're not invincible. Hardship is inevitable. And then they go play South Korea, and it's light work, walk in the park, and then they're going through this game like, yeah, we're just gonna coast through. Maybe we'll play Messi, and then we're just gonna go to the final. No, it didn't happen. I don't know, just disappointing. Overall disappointing because this is a team that I want Argentina to win for sure, but this is definitely a team that you kind of also would like to see play at the highest level in the World Cup and walk out outside. You want to see these young players have that pedigree before they reach a certain age, that kind of thing. So
yeah.
Andres, you got anything to add for the game?
Yeah, it was good. It was kind of a boring game. The first 90, it was kind of
no.
Yeah. Nothing really happened.
That's such a casual take. Of course, if nothing happened, you're gonna.
Nothing really happened. Like it was like they're still trying to figure each other out. That's how I saw it. Okay, I saw they're still trying to figure each other out. Croatia, like when they had the ball, they looked a little dangerous, but they couldn't get anything going forward. They like what you said. They played great out of the press really well to the point where Brazil got tired. The attackers got tired because they couldn't press anymore, so they backed off on the press, especially in the in extra time. You could tell they just stopped pressing, and then defensively they played great. I mean, the keeper, my man of the match. I mean, but 100%. Yeah. I mean, he kept them in the game. Penalties huge.
Was phenomenal today.
At the end of the extra time, huge with that big save to keep it level. Yeah. So yeah, my man of the match. He kept them in the game. The goal on Neymar, good goal, great goal. Not the goal of the tournament. Sorry, I landed Donovan, but not the goal of the tournament. But that goes to Luis Chavez from the free kick. But yeah. It was a good game at the end. I enjoyed the game. Maybe I thought it was boring because I was tired and I was trying not to fall asleep. So maybe it was that. But yeah, that's
I think
my take on it.
For me, you'd say like they were taking time to figure each other out. But I think Croatia had Brazil figured out. I think that's why they played the way they did, and that led them to the penalties. So I think it was more of a case of like it was just Croatia played the game plan. Brazil couldn't attack the way they wanted to, and Croatia, but defensively they were still solid. Naturally, they were still very solid.
Yeah, the only reason why I say it took a little bit is because attacking wise, Croatia had nothing going for them. So that's the only reason why. But yeah, I can agree with that. But yeah, also I want to give a solid score of 10 out of 10 to Anthony for diving. That was a solid performance by him. Really won them the gold medal for diving, especially the participatory medal for diving. That was top class. As soon as he came on, immediately first action of the game was to take a dive 5 yards forward when no one touched him. That was great. But yeah, you know what, Neymar, give me your tears. Thank you very much. I love that. I love when that man cries.
We see Neymar cry a lot when Brazil lose, and as much as I think Brazil's the OG football team. It's the iconic football team, but it's also kind of, I don't know, it's kind of nice. It's kind of nice
Yeah.
when they underestimate, and then like they keep doing it, and it's just disappointing. And I want to give a shout out to Juranovic, the right back. Vinicius Jr. has been one of Brazil's most important players on the left flank, and Juranovic shut him down so much so that he was
100%.
Vinicius was taken out. I don't forget 1 minute, pretty early on too. He was taken out,
60th, I think, 65th,
64th minute, just after Rafinha. And Juranovic is fast. I did not realize how fast this guy is, but he is speedy. Like
he had Vinicius in his pocket the whole game.
He did.
He owned that man.
Regarding Vinicius, I feel like he hasn't been that crazy this World Cup. Like he hasn't been what I kind of expected him to be. I mean, he's been good, don't get me wrong, and it's hard because we know what Vinicius can do. So to not be crazy is not to be like him. You know, it's just like he set the bar so high for himself, right? He's been good. I know. I think it's also hard in a strong Brazil side. Don't get me wrong.
It's hard to look.
Me personally, I would have said Neymar. I thought I think Vinicius has done somewhat fine. I think, at least in my opinion, I feel like the impact that Neymar can bring wasn't at the level that we know he can bring. And like, was this his first goal of the tournament? I think it was.
But I think also for
the PK
for me, you have to also remember he was injured for 2 games. Like he didn't play, and he hasn't played in half their games. So, like,
that's right. He was injured in the group stage.
You know, like
right,
this,
right.
Yeah. Like in the games he has played, like you're right. He has scored 2 games and what? 2 goals.
Probably
he had a phenomenal
4 games.
He's playing through an injury. Let's be honest here.
That's a good point. Yeah.
So
I forgot about that.
Great. I do want to share my screen here for something real quick.
I'm gonna say Alisson had a bad tournament. I'm not gonna lie.
No,
bad tournament.
No, because I feel like the times that were scored on him, he didn't really.
That's amazing. Wait, send that to me.
Oh, that's great.
I'm sorry, that was.
I love Twitter. It's so crazy how fast people do that stuff.
I know.
Game just ended like 20 minutes ago.
Ready. That one's been ready. That one's been sitting in the camera roll.
Absolutely.
No, I mean, again, overall great game. We do have Argentina and Netherlands to look forward to. So real quick, I do want to ask your guys' predictions because it's important. You know, this result is important to that one as well. So the Argentines versus the Dutch.
Netherlands.
How do we rate that?
Netherlands. I think Netherlands overtime win. No PKs, just overtime.
Another extra time win? Yeah. Interesting. Dale?
Man, I don't know. Like, we know about the World Cup. Just because you're the better team never means you're going to win.
Right.
And even if you're in better form, doesn't mean you're going to win. Brazil were in better form, doesn't mean they came out to win. So, like, this is tough, man. This is tough. It really depends on Argentina supporting cast. We all know Messi will show up. That's what Messi does. It depends if Argentina's forward, especially forward line, decide to help him out, or if they have another, not another, but just not a good day. I think Netherlands could have a great game plan, but they need to shut down Messi. Do they?
Yeah.
I don't know. This is tough, man. This is tough.
You got to remember, like, Netherlands' strong suit is the middle of the pitch, and that's exactly how Argentina want to play. Go through the middle, not out wide. So, that's
true.
It's a matter of who dominates it more. For me, like it's a matter of which midfield shuts down the other. Then, but
at the same time, many teams have had their strong suit down the middle, and Messi has still been able to beat it because it's Messi. He just has that X factor that no matter what tactics you have, you can't account for him.
Yeah. I don't know.
I would love to see Argentina go through, so I'm going to go for Argentina, but I really don't know.
Okay.
I really don't.
I'm going to draw. I'm just kidding.
No. Lose all credibility right there.
I know. As much, I'm going to stick with Argentina. I'm going to back Argentina because they are my favorites for the World Cup. You know, so I want them to win. So I'm going to back them through this, but I don't want to count Netherlands out, and I think it's honestly, there's no factor that says, oh, this team's going to win for sure. This team's going to win for sure.
Yeah.
It's going to be, it's going to go into whoever plays their game plan well enough, executes it well enough, and shuts down the other well enough. So, yeah, I'm not going to, I don't want to
this game's up for grabs.
100%. Meaning, again, whoever wins plays Croatia in the semifinal. Whoever wins that, of course, goes to the final. Yeah, I mean, anyone have anything to add for the game in general before we end it here?
I will be devastated if Messi loses. To be honest,
Yeah.
I would love to see him at least make it to the final. I mean,
for Messi, this result is exactly what he needed, what the Argentina needed.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
And we're very happy that Miss Croatia is still going to be at the stadiums. We're very happy about that.
Oh my god!
Thank you.
I'm gonna quickly.
That's
Also,
why
if
they
Messi
fight so
loses,
hard.
I'm gonna say, "Give me your tears." I have no sympathy after he missed that penalty. So, give me your tears.
Yeah, because Mexico is gonna go further than the round of
16. Shush. Okay, man. All right. Let me just. Okay. Damn.
5 stages of grief. Denial's the first one that's been happening for years now. He's still in it.
just okay. just let me think about it. My hypothetical scenario. Okay.
All right. Yeah. Well, we'll just count that one off there then. For the next game again, we'll have this up a little before the next game. Meaning the next game is probably happening as you're watching this video. Maybe we'll have a reaction video up for that one as well. So if it's not out yet, please subscribe, turn notifications on so you get alerted when it does come out. We'll have videos out for the next games tomorrow as well. The other 2 quarterfinals games, which should be good, and semifinals and final. You guys know the deal by this point, so turn notifications on for that. Like this video if you did indeed enjoy it and you want to see more of it, and hopefully we'll see you guys in a couple hours for the next one. We hope you guys enjoyed it. We hope you guys enjoyed the game as much as we did. So we'll see you guys later.
Peace.